This is EdTalk7 by Armtrong. Chapter 7 focuses a lot on context and Emden's experience with his students utilizing nonverbal cues and community presence. One of the things that really stood out to me was the challenge for both new and veteran teachers, and that's transforming their presence in the classroom which is one of authority, to their presence in the community where they are not an authority. And this transformation, in my opinion, is a passive act of agency, both giving agency to the community members and utilizing agency as just like a regular person and not teacher. The teachers reaching out to bridge the gap they feel with the students and families and neighborhoods, and the community as a whole gets to experience the teacher as a contributor, not as an authority of knowledge. In this way, the teacher has an opportunity to bring more of the community into the classroom, where students can interact in a more autonomous way. There's a moment in Chapter 7 in which a teacher experiences not knowing, and the student asks, "How come you don't know? You're the teacher." And that's an opportunity for the teacher to say, well, I'm not always the one with the answers. And I've had that experience in which a student asked me a question about grammar. I was teaching Japanese as a foreign language. My principal told me to be honest. Tell the students you don't have the answer, but you can find it together. And in this sense, reading Emden's book has been affirming in this particular context because I wasn't setting my students up to fail. I was helping them by not always having the answers. It's interesting because on page 147, he states, when students are keyed into the instruction and have a personal investment in learning, the teacher will lose control of the class. Therefore, the very notion of controlling the class has to be dismissed. And I think entering the classroom knowing that and having an idea of classroom management as well as involving the students makes a huge difference in teaching style as well as learning style for the students. They feel confident and they can ask questions. They're not giving those sanitized teacher answers. In Chapter 8, Emden refers to the rap battle, the stages of preparation and research, the competition, even prior to both warriors coming to compete, but the competition to see who is the warrior. And these are all crucial learning lessons where everyone learns as a community. They all share their knowledge together to determine what's going to happen next. That happens in the classroom as well, and Emden's notion is obviously that we should be doing that more so, and I agree. He asked teachers at one point if they employ the Jeopardy game for any reason, and they say usually for test prep, just to determine that all the students are on the right page and they're sharing out the information with each other so that everyone can succeed. And if we know that that works so well, if we know that when the students research independently but share all their knowledge openly, if we know that works so well, why don't we do more of it? And that's something that we can definitely do for student-centered education, so that one actually does not get left behind in the structure of education. Like if you don't meet this expectation, you're not going to pass, even though you may be skilled in every other sense of the word, in sense of the definition, you are skilled. And that's definitely not how we live real life. We don't say, just because you lack this one skill, you are not successful as a person. That's definitely not the case, but we do that when we're in school. And my question is, in student-centered education, why? Why do we do that?